I just recently made a Patreon. One of the tiers that I have on my Patreon, you can do one-on-one meetings with me. So this is tier 4, right? Shit costs $500. $500 to do a one-on-one meeting with me. People all around the world want to fly to talk to me. People want to do this. People want to do that. All you got to do is go to Patreon, right? So it's this one particular young guy who's going to see this video. He blocked me, which is why I'm dropping this video. Listen, I don't know your name. I don't know your mama name. So I'm supposed to have been doing a one-on-one meeting with him, but he hit me up and he said all he wanted is a birthday shout out. And I told him, like, man, let's link with a one-on-one meeting so I could chop it up with you for your birthday. I could be like, dude, get your money's worth. You just paid $500 just for me to shout you a birthday shout out. So I'm telling him, let's get, put your little fears to the side, little nigga. Let's hop in the meeting real quick. Let me chop it up with you. Basically, I sent him the link. So we ended up getting a Zoom meeting. And the first thing I noticed, he told me he was 16 years old, but he looked at way older. He was 16 years old, nigga was smoking a cigarette, and he was with another guy. And it's his birthday. And I could read energy, so I'm asking him, dude, what's wrong with you? Like, I'm asking him, what's bothering you and stuff. Obviously, we kicking it, and he asking me these questions. He talking about how much he loved my YouTube channel, how much he been watching my spiritual vids, how much I changed his life, and this and that. Me, I'm reading his energy. It's his birthday. The nigga look depressed. And you 16 years old smoking a cigarette. Something not adding up. What the fuck have you been through in life? If there's anything you want to get off your chest or me to help you with, tell me right now. Because once I'm gone, I'm gone. Dude straight up put his pride to the side and he kind of got a little emotional. And this coming from a young 16-year-old who had this like tough image on. He was smoking a cigarette. His nigga was right there. He kind of got a little emotional. Dude told me he been suicidal. This is no joke. He told me he been suicidal for the past 4 years. And one of the things I told him when he told me that, I told him you don't have to feel like embarrassed or something to tell me this because I help people with this shit on a regular basis. Emails, etc. That's my whole point of making a Patreon, is to help you. And I told him, like, I could tell something is bothering you. And he did not, bro. It took me like 10 minutes for this nigga to literally open up and tell me why he was suicidal. So I want y'all to hear this real quick. I'm about to get straight to the core of what he told me. He's been suicidal since the 7th, 8th grade. He is now 16 years old. He said he dropped out of middle school. When he was in the 7th grade, he ended up having a situation with a couple guys at his school. Now, it turns out his mom has an OnlyFans. His mom had him when she was 15 years old. 15 years later, I guess she was like, what, 20-something, 29, 30? She made an OnlyFans. He was in the 7th grade. I want y'all to do the age difference. Right now, he's 16. I think his mama probably like 31, 32. No lie. Now, he said he already suffered from like porn stuff. Like he been watching porn since he was little, etc. He basically said he found out that his mom was like doing that type shit by him watching porn and coming across his mom. He said this is how he found out. Now, this shit is weird.
Bro, I've already seen this video and it's hard for me to get through this shit again, bro. Like, I'm not gonna cap. I saw this shit on Abba and Preach, but it really hit home with me because of my role. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't do no shit like this. You don't do no shit like this. Is disgusting, bro. You don't do no shit like this, dog. And it's relevant as shit because I'm aware of the whole little Illuminati, no life shack bullshit, whatever the fuck. So I know who the hell this guy is through that, man. And to know that someone with that amount of influence is, I don't know. I don't know the intention behind it, bro, because he's coming across as this motherfucker that's out here trying to help. So I'm assuming he just lacks any ounce of fucking self-awareness because he's unknowing of what he's doing right now. Bro, you had a Patreon, a motherfucker that paid you $500 to support you, who just wanted a fucking shout out. He fuck with you, he fuck what you got going on, bro. Like, runs parallel with me. I do this shit every fucking day. This is the interaction I have with my subs, and most specifically with my Patreons, dog. We be talking about everything there is, and I would never, the thought of me disclosing to y'all what my supporters disclose to me is just you and I having this exchange. This shit ain't going nowhere. And the fact that you have enough confidence in me to share this with me, you know what I mean, and show me who you are, show me what you've gone through, tell me all that, you know what I mean? The thought of that has never even crossed my mind. You had to be one evil motherfucker to do some shit like that. And he's sitting here, he's exploiting Buddy, bro, because he's definitely getting paid from this. He's definitely getting paid from this. This video he posted got a couple 100,000 views. Him exploiting Buddy, exploiting motherfuckers' pain and putting money in his pocket. I'm like, bro, you're either one evil motherfucker or you just lack that much self-awareness. But I find it hard to believe the latter just because of who you are and what you do. Coming across like I have my Patreon to help people. Bro, you took it upon yourself to dig this information out of him. Motherfucker told you he was goddamn suicidal and you gonna tell the whole world why this motherfucker suicidal. Got his mother involved. You gave all these fucking descriptions to people who may be close to this area or aware of this incident to identify this fucking video and share it. You gave how old the mother was. You gave how old he was. You gave how old she was when she had him. You gave out the situation with the two friends and all this, bro. Like, come on, man. It makes my fucking stomach hurt, bro. Imagine that shit happening to you. Imagine somebody talking about your motherfucking mom and some private shit with y'all and have the whole world to see it. This is rough to get through, dog. This is rough to get through. It's disgusting. It's fucking disgusting.
It's like doing that type shit by him watching porn and coming across his mom. He said this
the whole world knows that this boy saw his own mother. You just told that to everybody. This boy saw his own mother doing whatever the fuck she was doing. Imagine the devastating impact that shit had on this boy, and hence why he's fucking confided in you, been vulnerable enough with you to tell you that he's been suicidal for the past fucking 3 years. Imagine what this shit's gonna do to him now. You may end up having this man take his life sooner than fucking later, bruh. That blood will be on your fucking hands.
How he found out. Now this shit is weird. He even told me he built some type of fetish with just checking on his mom to see what she's doing. Now, remember, I gotta stomach all this in. I'm keeping my composure.
Man, don't nobody give a fuck about how the fuck you feeling, bro.
He basically told me in the 7th grade, it's these two guys that he never really got along with, but they was in the same class. He said one of the guys ended up finding out about his mom, having like a OnlyFans and being like a porn star. He said he found out because his mom and his dad split up, so his mom still used to take him to school. When he used to go into situations, sometimes she used to have to go in there like to get him and all type of shit. He said he was basically never wanted to really be in position to show his mom off to nobody because he was embarrassed by the shit she do online. So he said this one particular time she ended up bringing him to school and she had to check him into school. And he said a few guys seen her. One of the particular guys was the dude that he didn't like. So he said one of these particular days, that's how he found out. He said,
every time he's saying he said, it's like a damn fucking punch to my gut, bro. He said this, he said that, he said this, he said that. When none of this shit meant for you to fucking say to the whole goddamn world, bro.
He said one of these particular days in class, he ended up getting into it with the guy. They ended up getting into it because he said they used to basically massacre him and like these. When he used the word massacre, I said that's tough. He said they used to massacre and hold that shit against him. They used to always make jokes about it. They used to play her audio out loud of her moaning, like some kitty childish shit. But he said this one particular day he snapped, right? Now remember, only 2 boys knew. Nobody else knew. So this is what happened. He said one day they was teasing him. They was playing like the audio or like clips of his mom and shit. And he said they used to do this on a regular, not every day, but he said most of the time when they used to like get into it, tell jokes, they used to do this. So basically, he said this one particular time he ended up snapping and he ended up beating the boy up. Like this is 7th grade. He said he ended up beating the boy up and everybody knew about it. But the thing is, he ended up beating the guy up pretty bad. So the whole school ended up knowing why. He said they ended up finding out why he beat the boy up. So by him beating the boy up, the whole school knew his mama was a fucking thot. That's why.
Nah, by you posting this whole fucking video, the whole world know his mom was doing what the fuck she was doing. You fucking stupid ass.
this where it gets worse for this nigga. The whole school ended up finding out that his mama a hoe. Right? He still go to the school.
It's like he's enjoying talking about this story. That's how it feels. He's throwing out his little fucking ad libs and then personality describing this man's pain. Like he's getting enjoyment out of this.
Guess who had to bring him back up to the school to check him in? His mama. After his suspension, after he got off of the suspension for a few days, his mom had to bring him up to the school. The whole entire school knew who his mom was by then. So he's known for having a mom that's a porn star, right? So his mom bring him up to the school. He told me it was like crowds of men praising his mom. And deep down, I want to ask him, who the fuck is your mom? But how am I going to ask him this? I got to figure out a way to ask him. So listen. He said it was a crowd of young niggas praising his mom. He said they was all like, oh my God, such and such and such and this and that and that and this. He said it was one of the most embarrassing moments in his life. And he said when he looked at his mom liked it. She was smiling and laughing. And she didn't care how he felt. She just loved the validation and attention she was getting from kids. This is what he said. He said his mom didn't care that he was getting teased and all that. His mom didn't look at it like a bad thing at all. And this is what you got to understand. How many kids are suffering from this right now with their mom online getting fucked? Right? So he said his mom didn't care at all. He said he literally had to finish that whole entire school year out at that school, skipping school. His grades was fucked up, and he said he was suicidal. So after him telling me this entire story about everything that happened at his school, as far as his mom being a porn star, etc., I asked him straight up. I said, dude, who's your mom? Like, after he broke down and told me this, that's all I asked, bro. Who's your mom? That's all I said. Who's your mom? Like, dude, I'm not trying to look her up to jack. I already probably jacked off to the bitch in the past. I'm not trying to do nothing. Who's your mom? I might just hit her up and tell her what she did. How she's affecting you. Right now, she's still doing that in her 30s. When I asked him who's his mom, he blocked me. The nigga don't exist on my Patreon no more. He's gone. I don't know what happened to him. And this video is for awareness purposes.
Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. This video was for awareness purposes. Fuck out of here, bro. It seems to me that this fool felt some type of way about homie blocking him and did this as like some revenge type of move. Unless he's just retarded. He lacks that amount of self-awareness to know that, bro, this is the absolute worst thing you could ever do to somebody. Given your platform, who you are, the influence you have, bro. Buddy confided in this man and told him his deepest, darkest shit, and you gonna just spread this whole story to the internet for everybody to fucking know because you were spreading awareness? Nah, motherfucker, you spreading this shit because Buddy blocked you. Rightfully so, he should have blocked you. You trying to ask him who the fuck his mom is? How is that relevant? What does that have to do with anything that he's talking about? He's letting you know that he's struggling, he's hurting, he's confiding in you because he believes that you are on his side. You're here to help him, listen to him and all this shit. He blocks you and you exploit this fucking man. Patreon, you have their information to contact them, but once they block, he's cut that cord, blocks you. You have no way to reach out to this man, so you don't know this man's current conditions. Bro, you amplified his pain that much worse. Like, I low-key feel bad by sharing this story with the world because they're all gonna be aware of what this man gone through, but I'm doing this to hold this motherfucker accountable. Everybody should realize that the boy he's talking about is in some fucking pain, and if anybody tries to use that against him and judge him and treat him wrongly because of that, then you're fucking evil. You are no better than this motherfucker sharing this story with the fucking world, bro. No better. And I take this shit serious, bro, because, dog, I do what he's talking about. And I could never imagine doing that to somebody, bro. Motherfucker said he's suicidal. And you exploiting the shit. You're exploiting the shit. I'm aware of who Illuminati is because of the No Life Shack shit. I don't have no contact with him. I never talked to him. I could care less about anything he got going on, bro. You have a fucking responsibility in your position, dog. You know what I mean? Fuck the responsibility. You're supposed to be smarter than that, dog. And I think that he's trying to paint it in this way that he's out here trying to help and bring awareness. Bro, you ain't bringing no motherfucking awareness. All you bringing awareness to is that motherfuckers should not fuck with you. Motherfuckers need to be holding this man accountable, bro. And if any of y'all are familiar with Buddy who's referring to in this video and y'all can contact him, y'all need to go contact him and make sure this man is all right.